What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talk Talk Punch. I am Brody, joined by Tudong Dylan
Hey,
and the Golden Fist, Charlie Hickman.
Golden
No?
Fist.
You don't like Gold Fist?
That's an
Golden
expensive fist, Ken. That's an expensive fist.
I'll take Gold Fist over Golden Fist. I don't know.
All right, Gold Fist.
I'll take Punch.
Gold Fist, yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We here at Talk Talk Punch are building a nice little community. We love interacting with you all. So please remember to be kind in those comments. While you're here, whether you're watching us on YouTube or listening in on the audio version of the podcast, make sure you like. Where is it? There. Like, share, subscribe. Are so grateful that you guys are here to hang out with us. And since you're subscribing, make sure you come back here every Wednesday to see what we're talking about. Kind of like this week's topic, we are ranking the MCU TV shows. Now, we are including the Netflix stuff since those are now on Disney Plus. I don't know. I think they are technically canon, part of the MCU. I mean, we're bringing
Daredevil's got to be because
we're bringing
he was
in the actors.
A couple of other.
So, you know, whether we actually ever see Iron Fist again, we'll see. But we are including these on our MCU TV show rankings. Charlie, you look. What's going on down there?
Oh, you just said whether we'll ever see Iron Fist again. I'm perfectly happy not to see Iron Fist again. Now, Gold Fist, on the other hand, coming to the MCU. Now we're talking.
Gold Fist.
Iron Fist never stood a chance.
We'll keep.
That's his much richer cousin.
We'll keep working on the nicknames, Charlie. We'll find one for you. Don't worry.
That's true. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well,
official rankings.
Screen up here.
Official
yeah. So
MCU TV rankings. Nice for Talk Talk.
So if you're new here, a lot of times we do top three. When we feel like there's something that maybe has a lesser pool to pull from, or we're going to have a lot of crossovers, we do the official Talk Talk Punch rankings, where we will get our, pull it up here, we'll get our list, and then we will rank these together as you guys are watching. So you'll hear us talk about this stuff. You'll hear us argue about this stuff. Dylan will come up with some point that Charlie and I will not understand what he's talking about.
Preposterous, I say, sir. Preposterous.
But he'll be adamant about it. So, for this week's episode, like I said, we got the MCU shows. So we have Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, Punisher, Wanda Vision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, and Moon Knight. For our audio listeners out there who cannot see the screen, I'm listing all those out because we love our audio listeners. Love you guys.
We love them all.
All right, guys. Are you guys ready to rank these?
Audio.
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have our slots here. Normally, we've got our draw pile that we can kind of pull from so you can see what's coming up next, but there's not enough space. So I will be, the draw pile is actually below us. So I'll just pull them out like this one. This is our number one, Hawkeye.
Ooh.
So we'll kind of pull these out. We'll get an idea. Once we place them in the slot, it's not locked because things like to move as more things come out. So
that's right.
Don't get mad at us if you're like, wow, you said it was number 5. And then you moved it to number 7.
Also, wait for the end. To see the actual official ranking.
Yes.
We're going to shuffle, folks. We are going to shuffle.
We do lots of shuffling.
Right. Can we get placing here? All right.
Yeah.
Preamble.
Okay.
Let's get placing.
All right, Hawkeye. Where's Hawkeye falling for you guys? I really liked this.
I thought that. It's really funny because I thought I saw this before I saw Black Widow. And Florence Pugh, that's her name, right? I thought she did an excellent job. I liked every single time that new Black Widow came in. And hey, it's Haley
Steinfeld?
Steinfeld?
Haley Joel Osment.
Wrong Haley, Charlie.
We never get the names right. And you know what? She does deserve to have her name right because she did a very,
She did a really good job. This was a really fun show.
She really did.
So like,
It was.
knee-jerk reaction, where's this kind
I'll
of
say
falling?
6.
6. I was thinking like 4.
I was thinking like 7 or 8.
Oh, really? Oh,
I could have gone with that too if I'm being real honest.
We're more divided on this than I thought.
But we'll see how things shake out.
I had a very good.
How about 6 then? Since you're thinking 4, I was thinking 8, and Dylan's thinking.
All right,
6.
It'll start at 6. Oh,
we could talk a little bit more about that later if there's time, because I can give you my reasons.
I love hearing about your reasons when it comes to Hawkeye.
But I agree with
bro.
All points made.
Bring the front. There we go.
I think it was fun, and I do like I thought the actors were all good.
All right,
What's the next one, bro?
We have Loki.
This
one was good. I think maybe
I like Loki a lot.
5.
I probably would put 7. A little higher in my personal power rankings, but I'm
really
comfortable with 5.
Where would you place it, Charlie?
Maybe like 4. Maybe with the option to move it higher.
So not too far off. How about you, Tudong?
I would have put it at 7, actually.
Ooh. Okay, so Charlie said 4, Tudong said 7, and I said 5.
Or I would say 6, and then switch Hawkeye to 7.
I think I liked Hawkeye more than. I don't know. We'll drop it at 5 for right now.
All right. I like the Florence Pugh and Amanda. Haley Steinfeld much better than most of Loki. I mean, I thought they did really good jobs in there.
They did.
Yeah, but Loki was like well written from start to finish, which was, I thought, important.
It was also
that's not it.
They didn't like cram like a surplus of characters into like the last 2 episodes and like set up easily conversational, resolvable conflicts for no reason between characters. And they didn't like kill off Kingpin at the last minute for no particular reason. I mean, I'm sure he'll still be alive later on, but
they didn't kill him.
It was like such a ridiculous ending for him. It's so exciting to kind of have him back in the MCU and just like to kind of dismiss him as much as they did. That was a real cluttered. Those last 2 episodes were so cluttered. It was so cluttered. It should have been like a really clean climax. Like they've done a nice job like setting up chemistry between our main leads, and then just like completely just threw like a bunch of spaghetti against the wall at the end for no reason. It was just like ridiculous. And then they had, so because of all the conflict they just crammed in there, all the resolutions had to be really simple. So it was like just like really simple endings to like, no one had just thought to like, I don't know, beat up Kingpin rather easily with like, just really basic stuff. Meanwhile, in Daredevil, he's like crushing skulls with his bare hands. This one, he's kind of like forgot how to fight. Anyway, whatever.
All right.
It was a fun show.
Daredevil wasn't even in Hawkeye. First off,
no, in the Daredevil TV show where Kingpin is the main bad guy, and he's ferocious, and like with his bare hands, he's scooping up people and like crushing their spines and like grinding their bones into dust. And here he's like, all right, I'm not very good at fighting anymore. Sorry.
Oh, there we go. Okay. What if?
I'll be honest.
Where do you guys fall?
I didn't expect to be, hearing. I don't know. I didn't expect when it's like the last time you're hearing T'Challa. Last time you're in Black Panther. Boseman was so good in that role.
He really was.
I didn't expect it really to kind of hit as much as it did, but it did, and I actually thought it was really good. I thought it was really funny with his character as Star-Lord. Everything is fine. Everything works just right out.
Sure,
I thought that was hilarious. Sorry, I mean, I could see putting this at 4.
Oh, I was thinking a little bit lower. I was thinking like 7.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
7.
I could see 7 too.
All right, we'll place it there for now. Charlie and I are on that page.
But it was fun. I did enjoy it.
All right, Defenders. This one,
Daredevil was in it, and he beat the snot out of Iron Fist. I will say that, although I would put it rather low if I had to put it at all.
I'm thinking 10 or 11.
Yeah, I was thinking 11. Yeah,
11. Okay.
Because there's one that I'm confident should go in the 12 slot, and then everything else can be negotiated.
All right, next up is an interesting one. We have Punisher. What do you guys think with Punisher?
I thought that Punisher. I mean, I thought he did a great job in Daredevil, and he did unbelievable. I mean, I love him as Punisher. I really do. I will admit that it seemed like they were it seemed like a lot of things had been resolved in the Daredevil season 2, and it seemed to continue to kind of having to need to be resolved. And in season 2 was shot. I was like, are they still resolving this? How is this still being resolved? I thought everything was done already. So as much as I do appreciate the character and the actor, unbelievable. The whole real series, although I want to see more of it, like I'm like, you could turn it around.
Sure.
So I mean, I wouldn't mind 10, maybe 9.
I was thinking 10. I like his Punisher.
Unbelievable.
I would love to see his Punisher in like proper MCU.
His fight choreography. He does his fight choreography just about like, I mean, Charlie Cox's fight choreography is in Daredevil's unbelievable. Some of the best I've ever seen. But I mean, he really kind of matches. He stepped up when he was doing it too. I thought that was so cool. And I love like fight choreography. Excellent.
Charlie, how are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, I think when I first watched it, like I really liked it a lot. And I probably would have argued with you guys to have it a little bit higher up the list. But I tried to rewatch it recently and, kind of grinded through the season, and there's like I think the Netflix shows all suffer from a lot of the same flaws. I think they're just too long, and I think they kind of like are forcing extra storylines into like simpler at the cost of good clean storytelling. They're kind of cramming a lot of extra stuff in there, and just to kind of a lot of manufactured conflict, a lot of like unnecessary character crossover, a lot of the same kind of themes just get like hammered over and over and over again. So I'm comfortable. I'd probably put it like at a 9.
9?
Just because I can think of another show that I liked less. And at least there's 2 seasons, so I'm gonna probably give extra weight to shows that either have multiple seasons or like Loki are going to have another season, whereas like Hawkeye is one and done. Stuff like that where that's all there's gonna be.
Yeah, I could do 9, I guess, because I know thinking about some of the other shows that I know are coming up as highly. Speaking of which, I think this was an easy 12, right?
That's an easy 12.
That is the easiest choice we will make tonight.
That one probably will not get shuffled.
All right, Brody. For people that have not watched Iron Fist, the smart people out there who have not watched Iron Fist, give them a 20 seconds on why it's terrible.
It was boring. He was so whiny. I didn't like him in that character. It was I know with season 2 they got more into like the martial arts stuff. Season 1 was so boring. It was so boring.
I'll say this. He was supposed to be the best at Kung Fu, and he was learning lessons that people who, and this happens a lot with martial arts stuff, where it's a lesson that you learn almost as soon as you walk into the dojo or the Kwun or the temple or wherever it is that you're training at the studio. And anybody is going to learn this freaking lesson. And then he's having to learn it, and he's supposedly one of the best at Kung Fu of all, in the world. And he's still learning these stupid remedial lessons. And I'm spacing out her name, but a lot of times they have really, really good supporting female characters, and this one was, I mean, she was excellent. They're going to keep her in, hopefully, in the MCU, because she did. Can't believe I forget her name or her character name.
I think it was a real misfire that they didn't get someone who had been just doing Kung Fu since they were a child.
Sure.
You can't replicate that. You can learn, you can cram for, but it's just the fluidity isn't there. It was just a shame. That was a bad casting choice.
They should have been one of their first Asian actors in there. But also at the same time, they didn't have a lot of any sort of prep time. He didn't have a lot of training, and the fight choreography was a mess.
Yeah.
As opposed to other ones.
And you couldn't really hide him, you know. It was Colleen Wing, by the way, was the character.
Oh, that's right.
Jessica Henwick is the actress, and she was fantastic.
And excellent. Brode, what's next?
All right, next up we have Moon Knight. Now,
what do you guys think of that?
I actually really liked it. I know there were people online really didn't like it. I had a lot of fun with this one though. I really liked it.
I did too.
I know that it kind of ended with like the typical like, okay, we're gonna get to like a big CGI fight of monsters, and somehow this exists in the MCU and this stuff is happening and nobody else notices. But if you, I really enjoyed it, even with all that. I just thought it was a really fun story, and I really like Oscar Isaac. And I thought he
was really good. I've got to say, he was really, really good. I liked all of his stuff. I thought it was very. I mean,
I put this at like 3, maybe 4.
What do you think, Charlie?
I thought the first 2 episodes, I texted you guys after I watched them, and I was like, "Dude, you guys watching this? Is great." And it just was so different, and it was so fun, and that feeling really kind of dissolved by the end. Like it just kind of like that last episode felt very rushed and very cliche, and the ending was like pretty uninspiring. But I'm trying not to let that sour me on like what I thought was a really just well acted and really kind of cool, different story that got told. And I'm excited for more. Like they ended it on not a cliffhanger, but they ended it with like an obvious like, hey, wink, wink. There's more story here to tell. Yeah. So I am excited for more of this. I'm comfortable with this at 4. And
I am too.
And we can move it up if
I love that scene. Love that scene where the little girl is, "Are you the first like Egyptian superhero?" And she's like, "Yeah, I am." I was like, that is so cool.
That's cool.
All right, next up.
This is one that could have been 1 episode longer. That could have just stretched that finale out just a little bit more. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, WandaVision.
Oh, I liked WandaVision.
WandaVision was good. This would probably be number 2.
Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you something about Wanda. Let me tell you something about WandaVision.
Okay.
This is one of those shows where somehow, inexplicably, just because people say so, she is like a superhero. And I've been saying since WandaVision, I was like, she captured a town and mentally tortured them for months. And at the very end, after all of this, and they're all upset, and people are like, "Oh," and then we should like her or something like that, or "Oh, it's not fair how they hate her," as they beg her. Do you remember that one where the lady was like, "My kids are in the room crying. Please let me go and get them." She tortured them, and then she even her friend was like, "Oh, they're not going to know what you gave up. Your 2 imaginary kids and your imaginary husband." I'm not saying that losing an actual husband, like apparently, even though they were barely dating in like the last time you see him, but now they're husband. But okay, a husband and wife. She is a villain in this. She tortured people, and just for her imaginary, like her imaginary self. That's all she did. I don't think that she was a hero in it. I thought she was the bad guy. I don't care about Agatha the witch. She did all of that stuff, and she like just.
Well, and
she could have killed Thanos before Iron Man ever had to snap his fingers, but instead, it doesn't matter how strong I am. I've got to sit here and I got to show off until you shoot everybody down. Nope, can't just kill you.
All right.
What about the show? What about the show? Did you not like this show then?
I liked it, but when I realized what she was doing, I kind of started to dislike it. I would definitely not put it in my top 3.
Oh, really?
If you guys want to. Tell me who the superhero is in this. And if you say the sidekick from Thor, Brode.
Oh.
That's not the superhero. Wanda was not the hero in this.
Vision.
Tell me who the hero was.
Vision.
All right, well, maybe Vision was a hero. All right, that's fine. Tell me why you'd put it so high up on your list.
I really enjoyed it because this was one of those shows where I would finish an episode and then I was so excited to go and read the theories and watch the videos breaking it down. And I was so excited for the next episode. I wanted to see what was going to happen as soon as an episode ended. And it was so neat the way that they did all these different episodes that were essentially standalones, but they were tying it all together into this story. And then the way they wrapped it up. Yes, in typical Marvel fashion, it ended with a big CGI fight. but that's fine. I was okay with it.
Tell me right now that she's a villain. She tortured people. You tell me right now you understand that she's a villain.
Yeah, she is a villain because she shows up in
Charlie,
as a villain in Doctor Strange.
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. We're talking about Wanda Vision.
One of the biggest complaints people have had about the MCU in general is that the bad guys are very one-dimensional and just kind of like appear flatly in a movie simply to challenge the hero and then just disappear and nobody cares about them. And that's a pretty fair complaint about a lot of what the MCU delivers. And so for a change, they give us a chance to have a more well-rounded, three-dimensional character. We get like a nice character study on grief. We get backstory. We get kind of like a more like an actual empathy or sympathy for this character. You get like a really cool, quirky story.
And then I'll go
well, she's becoming villainous, and it really kind of like we overthink this stuff here on the Talk Punch podcast. It's just it's all fun stuff. But the idea of like what is it like to just be selfish if you have like virtually unlimited powers? Like, are you a villain, or are you just kind of like a normal person who's selfish and then kind of bad, but it's not normal because you have the power to do all these horrendous things? Like, I watch my wife drive her car on the freeway and the road rage she feels. If she could just like laser eye people into dust.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel there are moments where someone cuts us off and I'm like, she would laser them to complete rubble and just keep driving. I think it's fun to think that we would be super noble with our powers, but
okay.
I think because she tortured thousands of people, I kind of think that I think she's not just a normal person with powers. I think she's kind of villainous.
All right.
I didn't say she was a normal person. I say
hold on.
I don't think you were listening.
We've spent a lot of time on this. So let's drop it someplace and we can shuffle.
I mean, if you guys want to put it at 3, I guess I would say maybe 2 or 3. Whichever you guys say. You've convinced me. It's good.
Just put it 3 for now, and let's roll.
All right.
Okay.
I want to see what Dylan's 1 is. I'm curious.
I think I know what my 1 is. I think I know his 1. All right.
You
next
both
up,
know what my 1.
We have Luke Cage.
10.
10, really?
Nope. I loved the 8. First. What is it? The first 6 or 7 episodes until the bad guy switch, and then it was like it was a frustrating steamroll to the end of the show for me.
I can agree, I guess.
Also, right. I didn't like, and I think Luke Cage suffered from coming after Jessica Jones and Daredevil, where we're just doing the same, like the cops don't trust him, and like just like the same storylines. He shouldn't kill, or should he kill with his powers? It's like the same themes, like just kind of incessantly, like just tell a slightly different story. The actors were so good. He was fantastic. Good. There was so much that was so good, and then like the ridiculous guy comes out with like the guns. I forgot what was the name of the second bad guy.
Shades.
All right. Well,
I never understood Shades. I was like, I'm not quite sure what he's
not
doing here.
Shades, not Shades. I didn't. I mean, Shades, take him or leave him, but like because there was like
Headhunter or whatever.
That was in season 2.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got him. We've got it at number 10 right now. All right. Next up.
I may want to shuffle this one, but let's see the next.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have Jessica Jones.
I liked season 1, but I did not understand season 2.
I really liked season 1, and I hated season 2. That entire thing with her mom just just dragged forever. And because of season 2, this would actually fall pretty low. But I loved season 1. That's one of the bummers.
Hey, I would say this. I would put that at 7, and What If at 8.
Put this at 7, and What If?
And you like? I might even.
Okay. Might even what?
No. You want it at 8? You want it at 8 instead?
I don't know. I mean, I liked What If. It was fun. Charlie, where do you fall with Jessica Jones?
I thought the first season was fantastic, and
really did. It really was.
I think that alone. I like What If a lot, but I mean, it's not like one story that's being told. It's like a bunch of like little vignettes.
Sure.
So that kind of give me like a good longer story, and then there's more seasons. Did you guys like? I like Kristen Ritter a lot. Did you guys think that she was good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought she was really good.
What did you guys? And so I know you didn't like season 2. What about season 3?
Was there a season 3? Oh
There was a season 3. There was a season 3.
Oh, I don't even think I watched season 3. I think I was so burnt by season 2. I think I just skipped it.
There's not a season 3. There was just a season 2.
There are 3 seasons of Jessica Jones. So
what happens at the end of season? Now, which is the one where it ends with her friend now does have powers? That's season 2, right?
So
who's the bad guy in season 3?
So I can't tell if you guys are putting me on or not.
I'm not. I watched season 2 and I hated it, and I probably just
season 2. Season 2 is the mom. Season 3 is Trish.
Oh, is the bad guy?
She has her powers. She gets her powers. She's doing her thing. There's other bad guys. There's other things. Are we doing a recap?
No. Okay, where does this fall for you guys?
Like Salinger and some other. Anyway, I like this. I could see this as 7. We could put it at 8 for now if you guys want. That's fine.
No, I could do 7.
I'm kind of thinking more and more of switching Luke Cage and Punisher.
Well, we'll get to that. All right, next up we have the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I actually didn't like this.
Really?
This would rank pretty low for me.
Oh wow.
This would be. I would probably shift. This would probably be like number 8, and I would shift.
Wow.
I would shift everything else up.
I thought you liked this, didn't you, Charlie?
I find this to be infinitely better than Hawkeye.
I would so much rather watch Hawkeye.
Why? What do you not like about?
I thought the villains in this were so lame. It was that terrorist group. I thought that was dumb. I didn't like the stuff they were doing with Sharon Carter.
That I did not like, I'll be honest. I didn't care for the Sharon Carter stuff at all.
Like, yes, getting the interactions between Bucky and Sam was great, but everything else just fell flat for me. Like, I don't think I'll ever watch this again.
Dylan, okay, so Brody and I are clearly on opposite sides of this. Where do you fall?
I would fall kind of in the middle because I actually liked a lot of the interactions, and I like I said, I like the characters. I love that he's now the new Captain America, and you could and the Winter Soldier and all that stuff, and it changed to that. I did not care for the ridiculous rhetoric of the Flag Smashers, or especially the lead young lady, and I could not stand the Sharon Carter stuff, especially at the end. At first I was like, what is she doing here? She's screwing everything up. This is stupid. And then I was like, she's running everything. That's really stupid. I don't know though if I'd put it above Hawkeye or not. I'd probably put it above Jessica Jones though.
Okay. So
I mean, would you put it above Loki, Charlie?
I liked Loki better. I'm a sucker for sci-fi stuff. And the Loki storytelling felt more like just something new and fresher. Even though it had its definitive Marvel moments, but whereas like the Captain America, that was like all like Marvel stuff. But I really liked the chemistry between the leads. I thought it had a lot of flaws, but I mean all of these shows do. So it's just kind of more of a question of like which ones I want to overlook.
I still, although neither of them are actually Hawkeye, I still like Florence Pugh and Haley Steinfeld. I still think that they were, but I mean, then I think to myself, I like them a lot better than everybody in Loki, but I don't know about. Maybe I did with Falcon and Winter Soldier, but then it's called Hawkeye, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. Like, I think we're kind of falling around 6.
Why don't we put it
this?
What if we put it 7? Well, is this the last one?
No, we have one more.
Okay.
Maybe number 1, baby.
Put it to the side and pull out the last one.
Okay. Last one is Daredevil. This is my number one.
Obviously,
this is my number
that's
one.
the best one. This is such a great. Not only is the filmmaking unbelievably well done, the acting is unbelievable. The casting, all of it is spot on. Until it starts getting later in the other seasons, like his best friend Foggy. I thought they had a cool friendship. The fight choreography is unbelievable in this show. This show has got some of the best fight choreography I have ever seen on television, if not the best. So
I'm fine with this at one. Yeah, this is a good one. I will say that on rewatch, because I've been working my way through the Daredevils again, just because I've been excited about the announcement of Charlie Cox is coming back. They dumped that Foggy stuff in season 1. If I ever found out that either you, Tudong, or you, Brodo, had like the ability to just like save people constantly, and you were out there just putting your life on the line and being a hero and just going and doing this stuff, I would be so excited to find out. I would not whine at you. I would not cry about it, how you didn't tell me. I would say, wow, I understand. Thank you for protecting me and my family's safety by not revealing your secret so that people wouldn't come after me and murder my whole family. Thank you so much for that. I tell you, there's a scene in the hospital where Claire's like, you got to go to bed. What are you doing up here? You can't save everybody. And then 2 minutes later, there's people inside the hospital stabbing people to death. He comes down there. He saves her life, saves all these lives of people. And then she like lectures him again at the end of that to go home and to stop doing this. It was like so maddening. I'd be like, thank you. Please don't stop doing this. You literally just saved my life, and you will again before the show ends. But yeah, I like, just like, how about a thank you? They're so like, the writing is so good at times, but they just kind of like, the manufactured conflict at times is so frustrating, but still my favorite.
Yeah.
That episode 2, that hall fight, I must have seen that 100 times. I've just rewound good. That fight in quote unquote one take is
so good.
So good.
So good. The hallway one is it's so the best cool. one. They kept doing it for every season, but the hallway one is still my favorite.
Yeah, really, really good. Okay. All right.
Let's get good. That is a master class of fight.
That's a 2.
So you guys like Luke Cage better than Punisher? It was Diamondback, by the way. It's Stryker. Diamondback. Stryker.
That's right.
It's just like the ridiculous, all of a sudden new bad guy.
I look at kind of like this.
Super over the top and irritating.
Really remember? All I think is this. Do I actually remember it? And I can't remember really Punisher season 1. I love Bernthal.
Yeah.
But it's not his performance. I love his performance. It ends on a carousel, right? Or was that Daredevil? A lot more. Reason why I'm thinking like
no. Punisher has a carousel, but and he fights. I could recap it for you, but yeah.
All right. So anyway, so Daredevil is number 1. Okay, I went ahead. I shifted WandaVision to number 2.
Do we like WandaVision 2, or do we want to?
Tudong, you're. Hey, Dylan, you're breaking up a bit. We can't hear you. Just kind of jump.
I thought that was just. I didn't know if that was just me. If he was breaking up for just me, but
no.
Okay, good.
Dylan, say something.
All right, wait. He froze. All right, so he got. Okay. All right, good. That's good. One less cook in the kitchen. All right, quick. Hey, quick! While Dylan's frozen, change.
What can we change?
Put WandaVision 1 while he's not looking.
Okay.
All right. So if we put WandaVision 2,
okay.
Do we want Moon Knight 3, or do we want to move something else up?
What do you guys think? Moon Knight number 3, Loki number 3. I know you guys were higher on Loki. I still enjoyed Loki.
I'm not higher on Loki.
No, I think I'm the high person on Loki.
I was the one who thought Hawkeye was better than Loki, only because not for Hawkeye.
So you guys really didn't like a lot of the Marvel shows, is what I'm feeling like.
No, I really liked WandaVision.
I hate it all.
I really liked Moon Knight. I really liked Hawkeye.
Yeah, you really liked 4 of them, and then kind of like thought everything else was boring or bad.
I think I liked What If more than you guys.
I agree. But
Yeah,
hey, you
What If up?
loved Jessica Jones season 1.
And I hated Jessica Jones season 2.
You guys didn't know Jessica Jones had 3 seasons, so that's kind of a bummer.
I blame Jessica Jones season 2 for that.
All right, so let's put Moon Knight at 3 and see how it feels.
Okay.
It feels okay.
I blame Charlie for it.
Okay. So then how about Loki? Loki at number 4?
Sure.
Dylan?
He froze again. All right, so let's just do Loki 4.
So this is the official ranking. So we gotta whatever we put in here is officially what we're saying. Okay, next up, we've got number 5. So I think we were around. This is kind of around where Falcon and Winter Soldier is falling.
You guys both liked Hawkeye more than Winter Soldier, so let's just put Hawkeye 5.
Okay.
It may not be where I would have it, but I respect you guys, and that's fine.
Okay, so next up we have Falcon and Winter Soldier or Jessica Jones.
I'd probably put Falcon and Winter Soldier. I like the 3 seasons, and if you people out there, don't be if you watch the Netflix ones, don't be afraid to fast forward or just downright skip episodes. Some of it is just like a slog. Just go ahead and I don't know. I guess just maybe Falcon Winter Soldier 6 because it's just a more exciting show. Or do you want to go wild card because Dylan's frozen and put What If there?
No, you can't go wild card. I'm not here.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he's back.
Right. I am here. Or maybe I'm not.
Okay, so then Falcon and Winter Soldier 6, Jessica Jones 7.
Do you want to move What If to 7, bro?
It's tough because I did really like Jessica Jones season 1. And I like What If, but it is kind of these little individual episodes that do eventually kind of tie together, but
sure.
I don't know. I think I'm okay with it being at 8.
Sure, either way.
Okay. Good.
Okay. And then Punisher at 9, Luke Cage at 10.
I thought like Cottonmouth's one of the best bad guys. I wish the show had kind of wrapped with him.
He's got to be Blade.
Had the striker. Oh, he's so good. He's such a good actor.
It's got to be Blade.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to swap, Punisher Cage, I'm not going to argue. I will fight tooth and nail. However, that Iron Fist is the worst.
I think I'm okay with Punisher being 9 and Luke Cage 10. Dylan, were you wanting to switch that?
I was.
Okay, Charlie, what do you think?
I think it's fine if you guys can tell me one thing about Luke Cage season 2.
The main bad guy used capoeira to beat him while they had a private fight on a bridge.
That was fun. That was a good fight. Did you like that fight? I thought of you when it happened.
Yeah.
I did take a capoeira class with Dylan before. I wasn't allowed back after the first time I took it because they said it was too lethal.
Okay, so are we keeping Punisher at 9 and Luke Cage at 10, or are we swapping them?
I did as Charlie said. He asked me to say one thing from season 2, and I did.
So
I just wanted to make sure you could remember something.
So are we swapping?
Mike Coulter's really good. They're both really good.
Swap them.
Bro, Charlie, it's up to you.
That's fine. Swap them up. Punisher's the best Punisher is in the Daredevil series anyway. So,
and then Defenders and Iron Fist, which I think are right where they need to be. All right. So, are we happy with this list?
Yeah, Bernthal was an excellent. Yes.
All right. So, from number 12, we have Iron Fist. Number 11, Defenders. Number 10, Punisher. Number 9, Luke Cage. Number 8, What If. Number 7, Jessica Jones. Number 6, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Number 5, Hawkeye. Number 4, Loki. Number 3, Moon Knight. Number 2, Wanda Vision. And number 1 is Daredevil. And that, my friends, is the official Talk Punch ranking of what has been released so far. This episode is actually gonna come out after Miss Marvel comes out, but we are recording it before Miss Marvel comes out, which is why it is not included. Right. Also, I am out of space on my sheet here, so
I without having seen anything but a trailer, I can say that Miss Marvel will be better than Iron Fist and will be better than the Defenders. No doubt. It would make the top 12. And I'm excited for She-Hulk. Yes. There's some fun. Loki season 2, I'm pumped for. There's going to be some good, we'll have to redo this list in a year. There's going to be some good content coming through.
And I'll have to figure out how to fit it all in page.
Yes.
All right. You guys have anything else to add to this?
No, this was harder than I thought it would be. I didn't realize that our preferences differed so much. So I can only imagine that how frustrating this has been for you guys watching at home. We can't even agree. The three of us, we've known each other forever. We all like the same stuff. So let us know, what do we mess up? What do you like? Where would you have? You know what? Just put your personal rankings in there, 1 to 12, in the comments. You can just let us know your personal preference on these shows. Maybe you haven't seen some, check them out. We have reviews of some of them on our, and if you want to really comb the archives of the Talk Punch, you can find some old gems on Wanda Vision and Winter Soldier and other ones. But we love sharing this time with you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe below that beautiful beard, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.